All right, I think you're taking a picture of me, or are you trying to take a picture of yourself?
Just I'm just enjoying my beauty.
Oh, okay, very nice. You should do that once in
No,
a while.
not really. Actually, I'm just trying to decide which camera to use. Sony, Fujifilm, or Canon. These are these are some
Yeah.
of the top cameras. And I also have iPhone, so I'm not sure which one to choose. So many choices.
Uh,
Uh, for my next
that's
gig,
that's a
right?
good headache to have.
Right. Today we are going to talk about I think 10 different side hustles, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all about hustling.
Right, right. So that's photography is the top one for us because we are like, especially I've been taking so many pictures. Probably I took 1 million pictures so far in the last 15 years. I've tried all different cameras, and I've seen all these different businesses that you can make out of photography. Right. That's so. On top of photography, we are going to talk about 9 different side hustles. Right. So think about it, making extra few $1,000s in a year. How much like you could actually use that money for different thing, right, in your life. You can improve your life from there and start a business out of that. That's what we're going to talk about. And the first one is a photography. Let me start with photography has so many different avenues, right? So the one that I started with is micro stock photography. Most of you guys probably know a little bit about it, so you probably seen a web designer using it and all those things. But micro stock photography is like you have a photo of anything. It doesn't matter, like a food, or a landscape or a monument or anything. You have a photograph. You could actually sell those things. You don't need to have a camera just like the professional camera like this, but you can have an iPhone, just an iPhone camera, or you regular smartphone camera, right? That's all you need. We already have a detailed episode on that in our channel, but today we are just touching all the points, right? So microstock photography in the photography, and then you can do a wedding photography, charge $1,000 in the weekend, just one day, and then you could do so many other like headshots, passport photos. There's so many other things, but the microstock photography is the one that like a dreamstime.com, shutterstock.com, all those are going to be useful for you guys. Research that out and watch our other video. The next one is the dividend investing. Like think about when you put money in the stock, a regular stock, and that's not providing any dividend or interest to your money on top of the stock growth. You are losing that dividend. Basically like Apple, AT&T, some of the big banks, they pay like 3 to 5% dividend on top of the stock growth. So you put $1,000 in one of the Apple stock, let's say, right? And then it's going to provide you those like 2-3% of the dividend every year on that money, on top of that stock growth. So that is what dividend investing. There are apps like Robinhood, M1 Finance. We already talked about the Webull in a
Right.
different episode. Again, watch those. The other episode. Third one is the T-shirt merch. So you probably seen like a T-shirt just like this one, right? So this is basically somebody designed this wording, and then they just sell it for $20, $30 like that. And whoever designed, they get $5, $6. They just design once, and then they get paid as a royalty. Whoever buying, every time people buy it, they get a royalty, right? It's forever. So think about like a Teespring. There are sites like Teespring, Redbubble, Amazon even has Amazon merch. So those are the things that you guys should take a look. The fourth one is real estate. Real estate again has a multiple avenues of income producing side hustles. One is as a real estate agent. You can actually buy and sell, rent, all those things you can do, and also like a Airbnb. Like you can actually get a Airbnb hustling, right? and then you can do you can do like a rental houses. You can do an investment. You can do a REIT stocks, real estate investment stocks, right? There's so many avenues. I think we have a detailed video on that too. You guys can take a look at that. And the fifth one is e-commerce, like buying and selling. That's a hot market. I think it's several $billion market in the US alone. Amazon sells almost 500 billion a year. Just Amazon. Amazon is only 50% of the US e-commerce marketplace. So think about almost $1 trillion people buy them every year. Buy and sell. $1 trillion every year. So they have a lot of stuff in the house right now. So it's a good for you to take advantage of that. And that means that you can sell through channels like Amazon. Amazon, you can become an Amazon seller. You can become an eBay seller, Poshmark seller, Etsy seller. There are so many sites that you can sell. Amazon is more of a new items, branded new items. You can have a private label items too. But eBay is like you can sell anything in eBay. So right. And the Poshmark is like it's a different. Like Etsy is also different. So you can take a look at those different. We will have a different episode on this detailed episode, but you can buy and sell, and you can do that locally too. Like you don't have to depend on the e-commerce. Through OfferUp, LetGo, other Craigslist, other apps you could use locally, buy and sell. Sixth one is the affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is something like, you are actually selling other people's product. As compared to e-commerce, you're actually buying your own product. You have a lot of investment in that e-commerce, but in the affiliate marketing, you are actually selling somebody else's product. Somebody else selling, like, let's say $100 product, and you are actually getting 30% of the commission on that. So you just have to get a buyer for their product. You get $30 for every sale. So you just have to do 100 sales to get $3,000, per month, right? So for that, like, you basically have to become an affiliate marketer for different, like a web hosting, Wix, Bluehost, TubeBuddy. All this have affiliate. Most of the companies have affiliate marketing. Just check it out, and then just learn about it a lot, and just practice them how to do that in a better way, and you should be good. Seventh one is YouTube. Like, that's what we are doing now. So YouTube takes a long time. It's a long time journey. Basically, you have to stick with it. You have to produce content that is useful for the users. That's what the YouTube is for. There are 1 million people coming to YouTube and watching the channels. There are like 30 million channels or so, and that means that more and more people will be using YouTube. You should take a look at it, and you should open a channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and you're actually going to improve a lot. And if you know some skill, like if you're skilled in something, that just take that, make that as a channel, and then produce value to the consumers. That's how the YouTube does.
Yeah, and that's a great opening for my first point, Venkat. So you mentioned about, if you made a good point. You said if you're good at something, just go for it. Just create this free YouTube channel so you can do it. So teaching is my number one point. If you know something, if you know that you're good at one particular subject, just go for it. Could be photography, right? Just teach online, and you just don't have. It's a great passive income, like you mentioned. Having a YouTube channel, you can do it in your own time. And one thing I would like to suggest is something like WebKit. You can teach English as second language for children in China based on your own schedule. Wonderful idea to make some passive income. And number 9 is Uber, Lyft. You either go to while you're going to work or coming back from work. You can easily do that, and great income source. In no time you'll just generate great extra cash. Also, you can do great. Especially during Friday nights and Saturday morning, whatever. So Uber and Lyft are just fantastic income sources that you can try try this hustle this year, at least if you haven't done so, because they can easily get replaced, because everything and everyone is replaceable. Make use of that while it's there. Number 10 is be an interpreter. If you're bilingual or trilingual, or you can speak multiple languages, make use of that opportunity. Make use of that wonderful gift that you're given. You can be the only game in town, so just go for it. Most of the interpreter jobs I've seen for especially in the medical field, people that come from other parts of the world and they cannot comprehend or they cannot understand what the medicine, some of the medical things, easy things that you can easily translate into their language. So make use of that opportunity if you're bilingual. So that's my number 10. I think you learned some fantastic 10 side hustles that you can do. At least just go for it. Start at least one, or and then you can build on it.
Right. Yeah. Keep hustling, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.